Hello, and welcome back to the stream. Oh, I always get sort of put out about the audio being so loud in this headset. I'm just gonna take it down a notch. So how do I sound? Pretty good. Good. And this time make sure that I have the right ear on the right side. Hi, welcome back to the second part of Draugen. I think I've figured out what's putting me off about this game, and as I hinted to last time, it's the character models. Now, this not the character models, I mean the character animations. There's something very off about them. Well, there's just one character really. This what's her name again? Lizzie, and or Elizabeth. No wait, Elizabeth is the one we're looking for. God, I'm still turning around about the characters here. I need to learn the names of these characters, because Ragnar Turnquist, who has written this game, he's a really good author. He writes some really interesting stories. That's just apparent if you just listen to the story in The Longest Journey and the Dreamfall chapters. Those are both really old games now, and for the time they were made, they were okay. But if you try to look at character animations nowadays compared to them, we've come a long way. And I think that the character animations here are remnants of Fallout 4, which has the same thing. You have like this loop animation, which is running in the background, and somehow their mimics and their words don't match how their body is moving, and something's really off about that. You could tell it also in the non-cut scenes in Horizon Zero Dawn. It had the same thing, like the character was like moving back and forth in this weird looping animation, and you could see like the mouth and eyes responding in one way, but the body wasn't responding at all to what the character is saying. And it's pretty much the same here, which is kind of annoying because the voice actors are really good, and the environments are really pretty. And compared to other Norwegian games with this budget, it's quite impressive, really. So it's just really annoying that they couldn't like nail that last part, really, because I'm a really big fan of Red Thread in general, or Ragnar Tørnquist, who is the director of this game, and yeah, you should be aware of that when we in Norway make games, our budget, which are considered high budgets, are still just like a fraction of an indie budget in the States. So we don't really have that much resources. But then again, we do get stately funded resources to make games, which is nice. And but it's still just like a fraction. And a lot of people making games are still like really reliant on people being able to crunch and work for free generally. Well, not for free, but they work a lot of overtime that they don't get paid for, let's just say it like that. But without further ado, I still really like the story here, and as I said, the voice acting is really good. Also wish I could move about while she was talking, because now she stops talking if I move too far from her, which is also kind of strange. I realize that they're trying to make like sort of an AI thing about it, but it doesn't really work. It just keeps me locked in place. She should follow me and keep talking. Instead of like the only thing that should interrupt her if I do another action, but yeah, it's a game design thing. But I'm not going to criticize the things I don't like about it anymore. I'm just going to acknowledge that, and then we're going to continue. I'm going to try and get past the uncanny valley of the animations and try to enjoy the story, because so far the story is interesting. It's just sort of off-putting. Okay. Let me turn the sound back on. And in case I decide to remove this, I'm just going to say hi, and welcome to the second part of Draugen. Let's just jump into it. Am I streaming? Yes, I am. Good. And again, I'm just relying on OBS and Twitch to do the right thing here, and hopefully I sound good. Put away my Wacom pen so I don't make any sounds. Okay. Of course, I'm still sort of confused about names and characters and stuff, but we'll figure it out. So I think we're looking for our sister Elizabeth, or Betty as she calls him. We are Teddy, in which she calls Teddy Bear. She's a 17-year-old girl. I don't know her relation yet. I think we're just friends. She's using a lot of English lingual stuff, but she's American, so... Oh.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight...
They're not coming back.
Perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
You see, she has like this weird floaty animation.
Penny for your thoughts?
She's talking and her lips are moving and her face is really nice and the character model is really nice. But when she's talking, she isn't responding. When she delivers a line, she should react like she's delivering the line. Oh,
I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
No choice is
buried
also
a corpse
a choice.
today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
Sad because the character model is really good. It's just the actual animation during the dialogue, which is weird. Anything else, everything else is not fine. Even her still animation when she's not talking is fine. It's the minute she tries to deliver dialogue, then her lips and her eyes doesn't match the body language, and it's just really off-putting. It's just an observation, really. Let's go to bed. And it's so sad, really, because this is a really good game. Or it could. Let's go find our little couch. How's my volume? I look fine. Yeah. It's in here, right? Should probably turn off all the oil lamps around. Oh, Jesus, you scared me. It's also a really dark game, this is. I wonder if I can do something about the visuals here, because there is something off. If I take down the gamma, then you won't be able to see anything, I guess. So we can't do that. There's something off. Okay. Yeah, we're just... The focal length lens is actually really cool. It's one of the prettier ones I've seen, but it's kind of annoying when they're focusing on the wrong thing. Okay, let's go to bed. Can't I? I thought this was where I'm supposed to sleep, right? All right.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted.
You know that the mannequin is coming to life sooner or later, right?
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
So Ruth was also the child that was killed when she fell down a cliff. She fell down a cliff, I mean. And the neighbors were suspecting that the son of the merchant was the murderer, which apparently wasn't, but they were sure she was. Let's take a look in the mirror again. That is sort of creepy, isn't it? So there's seldom you see like real-time reflections in games because they're very process heavy. But it's strange because you could just, if you wanted the one mirror to work, you just had to mirror the room once. So here you actually could have done it, but I guess it's a fact to lean in.
I will find you again.
I'm sort of missing like a lantern or something. You know, I know this game is supposed to sort of be scary, but the environments are too pretty. They're not scary. It's really bright outside, and like you had the one sequence during the night when you had the nightmare, but oh.
Is that you? I'm upstairs.
Oh. I do wonder if the actions change, because I didn't want to go upstairs the first time I got here, and then I started wondering about it, and she commented that that was okay now. Would she be up here if I didn't do that? Maybe. Maybe this game is like you should play it twice just to see what changes if you take different choices.
This is her room.
Yes, I know.
Are you paying attention? Ruth.
Yes, we know.
Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look.
Why is he so reluctant? It's like the reluctant hero gag is starting to get old. Aren't you? Shouldn't this character be begin to get a bit curious? Really, what happened here?
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
So, that's an illustration by Theodor Kittelsen.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the Black Seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester, but instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall.
She'll
so he
suffer
can
death and
return to
misfortune.
shore.
No.
What's the last sentence there?
Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you. She made her bed that morning. before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
So she's angry. She's leaning over the bed, and her head is like going sideways like this. But her body language isn't saying angry. Her body language is saying bored. But anyways,
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet. She was 8. She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave.
chest.
Or the...
Mine. Could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
Interesting.
This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
Curse.
The curse.
Who's that figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew. It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out. What is this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
Let's take a look again at this book. Draugen is a supernatural being. What? No, what? Stop it! I want to read that. Stop it. Okay, don't. Does he put it away by himself? Yeah, he does. That's just mean. How about letting me decide when you should put that away? Can I pause it? So, nope, can't do that either. That's just annoying. That's just really annoying. Can I maybe just zoom here? Oh, almost. Can I crouch? No, can just zoom. Well, I can read this too. Luckily I have a big screen. The Draugen is normally described as the Walking Dead, or other kind. I don't know what that is. He haunts the living. No, there's nothing interesting there anyway. But that's annoying. I can't go out, so there's probably something I'm still missing in here.
She made her bed that morning.
Yeah, where it is.
Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She's repeating herself. Stop.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, another picture.
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They
Twins.
weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear. There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
Well, she didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic events.
This is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
The church bell. Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night?
I told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
So the wind stopped. So when does this happen? Because this seems like it's recent. I mean, the corpse which we found in the tree was not at all decomposed. And her bed is really newly lain. It feels like this happened like last week or something. Not really sure. Let's just get up to the church fast.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past...
All these fresh graves. Do you think that...
No one's touched these since yesterday. Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through...
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards?
That's what I'm trying to do all the time here. And we can peek, but it doesn't really reveal anything because...
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Hello? I heard the bell!
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. Didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden.
Watch out.
I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here. What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you. It's ghosts! What's this?
Lissy. Look. Betty's gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she... She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves. Her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a labyrinth.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty. You're turning into such a pill. What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident, this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Tilly varandra.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other... What are you doing? We're in a church.
I thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility. It sounds like Grovik was split in two. Between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
2 seconds. That over here. Good.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
Well, you're not supposed to walk on the altar ring, and you're definitely not supposed to walk into the altar ring unless you're ordained as the minister, so I'm actually having a problem walking in here. But it's a game.
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document.
What? Ti han som vår fred, han som gjorde eit av begge åndene på fyr. This is even hard for me to read, who can read Norwegian, because this is old Norwegian. Let's see what
For
he says.
he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
Yeah.
Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
Would think that the original would be a public source. Public domain by now, because they've changed the image to look like the original, but it's clearly not. Kind of weird, but sure, why not?
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
The church book. A record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
That is actually something that we have in Norway. Church books from back in the days that they were used to write up the names of everyone.
Tore it to pieces.
Yeah, there's nothing
I don't
here.
think the missing pages left the church. Look.
Yeah.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me. I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are. Found another one. You get it. It's right here.
I found the last one before you do.
Just one more page missing.
What is that? What is the cattle? It's kind of annoying. I have like this gray tint. I think it's just a game actually. I'm just trying to see if I can do something with my screen here. Response time. Game mode. Oh. That's really not what you want. ICR mode off. Color. Sharpness. Contrast. And brightness. That is kind of weird. There is. Come on. Where are you? strange. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're looking for the last page.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
There it is.
I pick up on things. 2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game.
Oh, he's such a
Betty's out
bore. Really.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Bitty. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse.
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Look here. Ruth Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a
Traitor.
Berg. And Dilvos. But also Taring, which is malnourishment, isn't it? On suicide, who's that? Sigrid Gabrielsen. And drowning. Boat sunk. Curse.
Edward? What's wrong?
Final entry.
Oh no.
There's no name. Alice. What if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty.
It doesn't mean she's...
She's not dead. She can't be. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Want to run?
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me! Edward!
You better... Where is it? This one. It's... unmarked.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad? Edward, stop it!
Oh, we need to figure it out.
Thank God. It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure.
It's a corpse.
Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like that.
Or what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
Lizzie? Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back. I need you.
Yeah, I thought as much. Figment of his imagination. And then, in that case, her unnatural movements and body language would be warranted. But in that case, I would probably want to exaggerate them a bit. So that explains why I couldn't find out the relation. It's probably Elizabeth. And she pops up suddenly from being one place to the other. Let's try you out.
Lizzie? Where are you? Lizzie? Alice? Alice? Please! I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No! Lizzie. Hey. Lizzie, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me?
Can't choose
That
anything.
you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything?
She still has like this
Fuck
loop
you,
animation.
Edward Charles Harden! I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase!
Now,
That's better.
be reasonable.
That was actually a lot better. At least she was moving according to what she was saying. Where are you going? Where are you? The barn?
Oh, no, no! Oh, no, no!
No, no, no. No, she's.
What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this.
Can't choose
Can't
anything.
do this to me. I need you.
They keep disappearing
I'm
when
not
I'm
home
trying
without
to
you. I
pick.
can't lose you. I can't live
pick
without
anything.
you. Don't, please, don't, no, 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 no. What? No. Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick, Edward. Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child. We are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No,
Wake up, Edward.
Angel is still there.
Stop hiding. Without us, you are nothing. You cannot hide from us.
Who
Where's
are
Lucy?
us?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
I think of you so often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to you, Lissy. Oh.
There's some beautiful mind shit going on. So he's schizophrenic, which could explain why he's so paranoid and afraid of everything and sees things.
Listen. Please. Lissy, you can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
Did you ever meet my father?
Alice does not want to speak with you.
And what about you? Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I don't need God's help. I need Lissy.
Do you, though? Did you ever?
What? Of course, Lissy? Lissy!
What's this? It's the kitchen.
Hear me out. Don't go. Alice, I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
This is getting old.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, Teddy Bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
You're a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
Do you want to go back in because it's raining? Okay, apparently. Guess we're not done in here yet. This is in English. I miss you so very, very much. The baby's due soon, and I wish for us family to be a couple before he arrives. I already think of the child as he. Frederick wants a boy, though. It doesn't matter to me, of course. Be happy regardless. Happy regardless. I simply want to imagine my child entering this world without seeing his wonderful aunt and beautiful sister. Till... Oh, it's really hard to read. So she was pregnant. Whoever this she was. It's probably Elizabeth, because she's writing in perfect English. If she came from Boston, she wouldn't have written in Norwegian, would she?
I gave you this jacket. Betty, you were here.
Alice, be reasonable. Lissy, I'm tired of chasing you. I'm trying to talk to you. Lissy, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which
Jesus
means
Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Betty,
she must have...
Betty, 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 Betty.
You love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done that we haven't? What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What? You decide what is real. We are real to you.
We'll never be the same.
She does not want you.
Who are you talking about?
Why do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
Like father.
Bang! Right in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
Not us. We're always here for you.
I beg you.
You are never alone.
Stop! Leave me alone, both of you!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
Fine. You're alone.
Good.
No, let's overcome his demons. Let's not call out for Lizzie. Let's just put the jacket on and go to bed. Can't do that yet. Next chapter, I guess. So we've been here almost a week. Nobody's come home yet. I'm all alone on this island. Someone's rummaging about.
Elizabeth,
Wake up.
is that you?
Come on. So someone's rummaging around in the kitchen or in the living room.
Are you upstairs? Betty? Betty! Are you in there? Open the door! I'm coming in! Stand away from the door! Betty? No! No, 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 no! Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought it was you, Betty. But who? Anna.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Johan, addressed to his wife.
I miss you, Ruth, so dearly. I hope that we just can see each other again soon in eternity. First, I must finish what was started for so long ago. After years of battle, I ask God for forgiveness for my actions. I'm tired of secrets. In 20 years, I've been quiet about what we found, but my silence har hun hatt det til ulykke om min feighet til død. But my silence has been my unluckiness and my cowardness to death. Fredrik må nå betale for det han har gjort. Fredrik has to pay for what he's done to us. Og det han har gjort mot Ruth. And what he's done towards Ruth. When everything is done for and the day is done, will the fjord bring me back to you, Ruth?
Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? It was clearly distraught. Knock ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will... Tilly, forgive me. I am tired of secrets. For 20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. Anna was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then?
What's the bird? Okay, can't leave yet. So there's something missing.
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor. It was precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... a signpost. A breadcrumb. You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine. You wouldn't let this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
Guess we're going to the mine.
So where is Frederick's farm?
Can I go into the barn? There's something in there, but I can't really see what. Atmospheric effects in this game are really good. I really love them. The gate. We didn't want to jump before.
What led you to this place?
Yep, we jumped the fence.
All these fragments. You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know? Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick. Was this your doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
Yeah. Don't have the combination yet. Let's see if there's something in the barn then. Or stubber.
Betty? Are you here, Betty? Betty! Elizabeth! Betty, where are you?
Just follow the tracks, it probably leads to the mine. It's locked. There's a barbed wire fence. So we can go that way. Here. Nope. There we go.
Simon's grave.
13 years
Born
old.
December 5th, 1909. Died September 17th, 1923.
Or 14 years old.
Safe. Frederick would choose numbers that meant something to him. Why bury Simon here, and not at the cemetery? If the village blamed him for Ruth's death, I could really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figure this out in no time.
0510, maybe? You wanna just keep that. So I'm just gonna put that over here at the side. So. Wife. Snowing, but it's green and feels like summer. So let's go back to the safe.
What do you reckon, Betty?
Simon's
Let's
birthday.
try Simon's birthday.
Yep.
Another Viking artifact, Betty. Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found. Postmarked in Boston. That's a curious coincidence. Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds you and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now. All of us still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon. Mr. Fretland, we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider it a breach of our contract, and we will withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery. The Fretland Mining Company. This must be for that locked shed. You went to the mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you. All right, Betty. So what happens next in your story? Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine. A cave or chamber of archaeological value. They argue about what to do. If the discovery is made public, it's the end of their enterprise. Johann is convinced or paid to walk away. Their secret stays hidden. Then, a few months later, the accident. 3 men die. The investors pull out. The mine shuts down. Frederick's up to his neck in debt.
Oh wait, yeah, the shed is over here, yeah. Here we go. Arsenic. Isn't that like, that's the tranquilizer. What's this?
Cursed mine in Grovik. Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion.
Which was the theme of Edith Finch.
So, 20 years pass. The Frontland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor. And then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered.
I figured something out.
It's a catalyst. Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder. All because of the mine. Because of what they found there. And what they covered up. There was no one to stop it, Betty. They were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation. This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
There's the doll head.
Ruth was here, the day she fell. Something spooked her, and then she ran, all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
So nice of them to leave a lot of clues laying about.
Hello? Betty, are you in there?
This must have
Please
been
answer
recent.
me.
There we go, finally some light. Silver? No, it's Viking. Viking gold again.
Oh, Betty. This is Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason.
Breadcrumbs.
What am I not seeing?
Ouch. Uh-oh. Run. Run, 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 run. Come on, get out of there. So I guess you could say it's kind of cursed. Yeah. God damn it.
Edward! Edward!
The hell?
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
Edward? Where are you?
I'm here, Betty! I'm on my way, Betty. Wait for me. I can hear you. Hold on. Stay where you are. I'm coming. Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you. Betty? Betty? Elizabeth?
Edward! Where are you?
I'm on my way. Don't move. I'm coming for you. I'm here, Betty. It's Edward. It's me. I can hear you.
Please.
Hold on.
Hurry.
I'm almost there. I'm coming, Betty. Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you.
Edward!
Betty? I'm almost there.
He's moving around.
Betty! Elizabeth?
Edward!
Just stay put. Don't move. I'm coming for you.
Maybe he died in that mind.
I'm here, Betty. It's Edward. It's me.
So that's why she can see.
Hurry!
I'm coming.
Edward, is that you? I'm in here.
Thank God. Thank God. You're here. You're inside the house. Elizabeth. There you are. Finally.
What?
You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried. I... Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother.
There's on a
And
picture.
your mother,
She hated you for that.
she could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. All it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us. Betty's... She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry.
But who is that on the picture? Greta Gear.
It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
So now some sort of actor, I guess. It's not done yet.
Goodbye, Betty.
Teddy bear? Are you up? Come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Just a second. There's an old bed. They were short before. Not the people, but the beds. It's easy to keep warm. And it didn't take as much space in the house. Normally a house wouldn't be larger than this living room, really. So let's see what we draw. It's the bed. Oh wait. Also want to check out this book here.
Alice?
I'm right outside.
Mr. Harden, that's me. So this is a diary, actually telling of me Every time they invite him to stay in a house. There's an argument in the shop. Johan went across the fjord. Finished the dress the other day. I think Ruth is hiding something from me. She's been awfully secretive. Just looking for flowers and pretty rocks. She didn't very much. So this entire story is laid out here all the time. Simon stopped by today for a gift for Ruth. A whole bar of chocolate. For Ruth if you want to play. Seen a letter from Mr. Harden. He'll be here in October. She's been sensitive. You know she's hiding something. No church services again. Someone damaged our boat during the night. She's left us. Yes. I can't believe it was Simon's doing. Since she thinks Simon has killed her. That's where it stopped. Okay, so if he came in October and she died in September 18th, so this was actually just a couple of weeks ago. And there's no one here. Let's just go outside. Maybe just check on the kitchen. This is the guest room.
Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off the stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
Okay. I feel like we're at the very end, but this might actually go on for a while.
Such an amazing
Haven't been
view,
in
isn't
the
it?
barn yet.
And the air.
We're back here. This was where she fell down, right?
That sure is something. Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik. Well... the letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere. Paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... and I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
To find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts, you're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened to Ruth?
She was probably murdered.
By Simon?
No, I don't believe it was Simon.
Then who? Frederick? The hanged man? Someone else?
Does it matter?
Maybe not. So she ran from the mine. And she came here. And then someone pushed her? If only she had wings. Like a bluebird. She could have soared away on autumn winds. But why was she killed?
Because of what she found.
Someone wanted the treasure. Or wanted to make sure no one else would find it.
Oh, they
So
would
instead,
shut the mine down
they
if they
cursed
found
this
Viking
place.
treasure in there.
And the curse killed
Make
everyone,
it the historical property.
including the murderer. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
Heaven? They're dead. I don't know what that means. Maybe there is more. I can't stop you from hoping. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in the afterlife. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward, is that...
Our boat? But how?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's blouse, while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness. Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day.
So I'm guessing this is the final stretch. Been here before. Shortcuts. There's something in here we haven't seen yet. Oh wait, what? Didn't that something say open? So there was a letter. Not really sure if we're looking for anything else. But there's still the barn. I haven't been in there yet.
What a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm. It does look like you can go in there. Guess not. Nästa bue. Nope. It's just an old well. Yeah, let's throw this stuff in. The read prompt is stuck on my screen. You can't see it because my face cam is over it. I wonder if I have to stay there long to actually get it finished. Probably. Yeah, let's just go and get our suitcase, huh? Look in the kitchen before we go. That diary. Play the piano. This room. Sure, go get our suitcase.
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things. I'll
Okay.
meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
Mom's brooch suddenly turned into old Viking ornaments. Now where's the twist? It's probably coming to twist, don't you think so? Wouldn't be a turn-quest game without a twist. Okay, let's run to the boat. I actually like that they cut some of the
Come
transport.
on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row. The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so.
Is that okay? guess it was sort of short and sweet. The visuals were great. The landscape and well, the scenography in general was really good. Environments were really beautiful. Character models worked too. Story was sort of convoluted. Couldn't really follow everything. I know, as I've ranted about a few times now, there is something wrong, and very uncanny valley about the character animation that doesn't match the dialogues, really. And I don't think I completely uncovered everything with the story here, so probably should play this one more time just to see if something else happens. But yeah, it's an okay little narrative. Creative comments here. Norwegian Film Institute and Viken. Unreal. I wonder what engine they were using. Okay. They will return. But this was a very contained story, wasn't it? Okay. So no post-credit sequence. Well then, and that is Draugen. And thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I guess I will talk to you next time.